Hello and welcome back, my friends. Thanks so much. Appreciate you guys coming by. Hope you make yourselves comfortable. We should have a good one for you. At least it should be pretty entertaining, I think. So I did just go ahead between episodes and jotted down on real paper, not even on the laptop, our spawn and our drowned spawner, which I'm calling it. It's going to be a drowned farm eventually. Coordinates that we jotted down, and the reason for that is we are. Let's just hold on to that. We'll then be more able to get back to that spot without having to hunt around a whole lot. Just for everybody's reference, we are going to be going well to the southeast generally. That's where we'd headed, and we largely want to replicate that journey, but now with more direct flying, less wandering about. Got one lava slime there. Hey, look at that, we got level 30. We did spend off those levels that, we had them. Might as well, right? So we're going to run down to our furthest spawner location, and we have that one in the middle of a crimson forest out there that is what it is. I didn't even bother with the coordinates. Someday we'll maybe connect that to our another road system down here, but it was just easy to complete that broken portal. So, and I think it's in the Crimson Forest that's around here somewhere. Some weird noises today. Oh, I jumped right over the top of him. Oops. It's like, I want to get a shot in before he even sees me coming. And if it had been timed right, I would have dropped right on him, got a crit. He would have been over. Oh well. Instead, we went over the top. Alright. Whoa! What the? What was that? What are you? Oh my goodness. I don't have any blocks. So he just converted? That is awesome. I'm killing you. Here. Let's get to this island for a second. Now those aren't we breed the P things that we have out there, even though they remain hostile. What was that? What do we want? We want statistics, mobs. We killed one ender dragon, one endermite, a glow squid. Was not a piglin brute. Vex Vindicator Witch. A Zoglin. That's what we got. So it's a Hoglin zombie. And I think that's when they go through. Maybe they get that attribute. Go through the portal. I don't know. I was not expecting him though. And we have no blocks to build up to that pace or anything like that. So, whatever. All right. Quick look at the numbers. We are at 1987, 193. We want to get to 3315, which is that way and a little bit back this way. So let's pop out our wings now. And a stack of rockets. I don't think we have too far to go yet. We definitely want to take that with us. Hang on one second. Woo! Excuse me. Alright, rockets. Small island. Oh, too far. Oh. Is it? No. Still have a couple hundred blocks to go. Oh, don't you crash. Don't you crash, game. This one, right? No? Maybe. I don't know how we got the... I mean, this is it. So what's our plan while we're here? Well, that's pretty easy that we got here and there that quick. What I don't have are it was 1987 and like 140 or something was where we were at. Let's try not to forget that. In fact, I'm gonna... because I think I would like to fly home because I'm realizing not only did we not bring blocks to not only did we not bring blocks to build back up to that portal to deal with that Zoglin or anything, we also didn't didn't bring scaffolding or anything either for the building, but this could be huge. With the sand, we could pillar up there. I'd just like to make the platform and rough out the portal before we do anything in the nether part. So of our big list, and I didn't pull out the book. I guess we don't need this anymore, do we? I didn't pull out the big book. We've got it in our toolbox here. We can maybe take a look at it. But I do kind of think that now that we have the totem, doing the trident is kind of the next of our bigger projects would be a good one. We've never had one in any of my YouTube worlds. I love the tridents. I think they're awesome. Well, it's been so long since I've really used one as a regular weapon. We need to knock the rust off. So yeah, I want to make that a bit of a priority. So yeah, we'll just level these out, make them perfectly flat, and there's a reason for that. Same reason as our creeper farm. same reason we build that out in the ocean is why it's so appealing to have this river, with relatively little land right in its vicinity. Alright. Oh, why are those switched? Must have been an oops. No, that was just back when we were sorting gear. I wasn't paying attention, I guess. Alright, lots more sand. This cave, if there is one, will be a nice little bonus. If nothing else, it'll give us the access to stone so that we can make a platform up there for our portal. Good thing we re-upped our shovel durability. Alright, let's get you placed. Oh, and I should swap out from the wings. Do a couple of those, maybe this. Seems to be our recent color theme. Swap for wings. Those away. Cactus can go in the random box. Since we're going to have a lot of sand, we'll just throw all of it in the blue boxes. It'll make the sorting when we do get back a lot easier. And if we need glass or TNT or anything else, we got a lot of sand for it. Again, dual purpose, right? Keep the materials when you gotta clean them. You never know when they'll come in handy when we're gonna do a big build that's got a lot of glass or something like that. Alright, we get all the sand. Nope. And this is a good project where we don't really get a lot of benefit out of a beacon. So in terms of order, this fits pretty well. But they're all fairly interchangeable now. We made a good effort for our Power 5 book. I think that will kind of wrap up all we need out of librarian traders. We've got such a stock now after having hero and clearing out everything there. Get that cactus. And stones. Alright, next island. And we're going to do these pieces for sure. I don't know if we'll go the full 128 out. We may just drop some torches. And again, that's going to be pretty minimal interruption. So it used to be these were a moderate, they weren't great, but a moderate source of iron as well. I mean, they weren't a zombie pigman iron farm or a golem iron farm, but they were decently effective. Because by the time you got a trident, depending on your RNG, you would have killed a lot of drown, and they used to drop iron ingots. Now those are copper, so maybe insert copper there. We're already doing pretty well. I haven't come up with anything I'd really plan to use copper on yet, but we will. Always got to be a little bit of dirt. That's good though. That's telling us about the river biome. So anybody who's not familiar with drowned spawning, or trying to go after tridents specifically, clearly, we've seen the vast majority of drown show up in the ocean, right? We've done a lot of swimming for travel. We've got the depth strider and the respiration, so it makes a lot of sense to just swim some places. You can, find all those little goody village kind of things. You can oftentimes find broken portals around. Just a lot of good stuff. Plus, it looks cool. They've recently worked on all the deep water caves. There's axolotls to see. There's did I say glow squid? Caverns, all that good stuff. So we've done a lot of that. That's where we've seen all our drown. But by design, the spawn rate of drowned is actually way higher in river biomes. And you think, well, that's weird. I rarely see drowned in rivers. We have a river kind of running all the way around our base, or 2/3 of it. We don't see drowned coming out of it very often. I can't remember honestly if we've had any show up or not, but the reason why the rate is so high and you still don't see very much is there's just not much spawnable area. Those rivers can be maybe 10 blocks deep, and they're fairly narrow most of the time. So they just kind of wander around, and if you had the same spawn rates as at the ocean, it would almost be not, they'd be as rare as a blue axolotl, right? They just wouldn't show up because they're designed to not be everywhere in the ocean but be seen regularly. Well, there's a lot of ocean blocks for them to potentially spawn in. So every tick that the game's going, oh, should I throw a drowned into the ocean? It's got a whole lot of blocks that could potentially say yes. And so you end up with steady random drowns showing up, right? And those are the ones that we see when we're out swimming around and hope for tridents and all that good stuff. Every tick that the game thinks about, should I throw a spawn in a river, there's only a much smaller pool of river blocks to throw drowned into. So you don't see them as often, and to make it so that they're just, that they can be seen at times, the game compensates for the lack of blocks by ratcheting up their spawn rate quite a bit. So you do see the occasional drown. Well, if you then kind of flip that on its head and make it so that the only spawnable mob blocks are water blocks in river biomes, by making a wet darkroom spawner effectively, you're taking the drowned zombies up to a new level because you're using the game's enhanced spawn mechanics and just giving them, it's like the darkroom spawners. You're giving those creepers a whole lot more potential spawnable blocks to each tick. It can go, oh yeah, I'm going to end up making 10 new creepers in this tick, and there's, I don't know how many spawnable blocks did we make in that farm? A lot. So this one won't be as big. You don't have the layers, but we'll make the water source is good. So there's lots of available real estate for them to show up on. And I'm not planning to do anything fancy with that. I'm just gonna let them pop and go in and take them out, and that should make for some exciting moments. Let's step that back in the right place. So this is going pretty quick. We'll be done with our clearing here shortly. Then we'll decide if we want to use that little cave or go back for scaffolding and stuff to prop up what will become our portal. Okay. A little bit of stone. Trying to figure out a good spot to take advantage. I think that's working pretty well. A little twofer. And then there were these. Come on. Sand, 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 sand. Saints. Okay. Oh, we should go clean up all this. I don't even know how two sand got in there. Alright, little island left. And then, like I said, we'll do those. Let's go get these two little random bits, though. Come on, you sand. Very cathartic going back and forth into just a massive sand hill. Back and forth. Eat up the rose. Oh, I finally get some sandstone to mess up our little run there. That's alright. If that's the worst we got to deal with, we're gonna cruise through this island. Keeping an eye on that shovel. All this flat, low stuff out of the way. Yeah. And we're still picking up all the sand. That's amazing. Forgot about this guy, I guess. Alright. Oh, we have sand and sand. And just a little bit of sandstone, a little bit of dirt. I mean, I guess we're here, right? Let's use this shovel down too. It's a nub. There we go. Oh, this does kind of kick back quite a bit, doesn't it? Again, as long as we're here and doing it, I never mind having extra sand. And this will keep any doubt as to whether there are mobs reducing our drowned production at bay. So close. Not really, but like this kind of little valley thing. Tempted to check and see if that's like another river that just is a dry stretch. I don't think so. I think it's just a random cut in the terrain, but and our shovel is just a hero here. Really standing up. Try to get these last little guys here, then we'll sleep. The sun's still going down full 12 hours? I don't know. How long do we think Minecraft day and night cycle is? I think that night goes more quickly. I think you have a few extra minutes of daytime gameplay as opposed to nighttime. Alright. We talked along the way. We saw kind of a heart-shaped, sort of. It wasn't exactly, but kind of had a double bowl bay somewhere out in this world while we were wandering the other day. And I talked about turtle enclosures. That was something I like to build. Haven't done it in a long while. And we will eventually need to do turtle breeding. They are needed for shoots and shoots. How do you want to pronounce it? Got to remember to fix that. So yeah, shoots. I think SCHUTs, UTEs. The little things that pop off when they grow up and grow into big, full-on sea turtles are needed for the turtle helmet, and the turtle mask master potion, and we need that for the all the potions advancement, and it can be helpful for how did you get here, although I think for that the solution is to use the potion as opposed to the full helmet. I'd much rather have a respiration helmet on for that than to just worry about one extra potion. The time it takes to consume all the potions is not the big deal. And Turtle Master is a long one. I think you can extend that to like 8 minutes, so it's kind of a no-brainer. But all that being said, I like my turtle enclosures. We could have some here, and just kind of contain them to do breeding where they stay put and don't get into trouble. But I don't know if I'd want to have them in the shadow of a overhead build. We'll see. See how we feel once we get this done. And start on next projects. Alright, this is a bad way to do that. We should do it from down here, where all the sand can fall to us. And after the last of that little island, it's pretty expected that we're going to have a big rocky core to this one. We still need the stone, though, so I'm not too bothered by that. So, got a few comments. Thanks to everybody who watched the raid and enjoyed it. You guys are awesome for hanging out and all the feedback and support. Didn't hear anything too specific yet on the disappearing sword. And I'm just curious, have others seen that kind of behavior? Was that as new to you guys as it was to me? It's one of the things about Minecraft that, a lot of people, here we go again, like, oh boy, here goes the story. But a lot of people do rightly ask, like, how do you keep playing a game that you've been playing for, almost a decade, and not get bored by it? And it's, among a lot of other things, which I have talked about a ton, I'm not going to do that rant this episode or today necessarily, but when you have a game with lots of moving pieces and things that have been added over a lot of times, you can get those kind of, was that a bug? I don't know. It was odd. Maybe graphics. I'm still easily convinced that I think I went back and again watched the replay of it. I would kind of be inclined to say that I was still holding the bow, hit Q, the game tried to drop my bow, and somehow, some way, and this is way beyond me, I don't know enough about the mechanics, but somehow got like confused as to which item was active, and instead of dumping the bow, which again I didn't intentionally, even as I was talking in the episode, I was like, did I push Q? I don't know. I was strafing a lot, so I had both A and W going, and I could have easily, just shifted off and hit Q as well. Sometimes that can happen. You gotta watch out for it a little bit, but that was unexpected, and I didn't intentionally move for my sword, and what I still can't really determine, and I kind of like tried to slider it back and forth on the point when the bow disappeared. There's that dead bush in the way, and there's a little move, but as I'm turning to the left, I think the bow shows up there, but what I can't tell is there was the last pillager that was right there that I was shooting was a layer down, like we were standing up there and he was kind of down here, and I was killing him, and the next thing we know, there's a bow sitting there. I'm standing up here looking at it, and while I'm doing that, my sword is gone from my inventory, but my bow never left. And if you look at my the hand that's got the pick in it right now, not down on the item bar, but up with my totem and my pick, the one that's swinging right now, the bow was there the whole time. So that's why I don't think I rolled off to the sword with my mouse wheel or anything. Just weird stuff. So check out that video. It was must have been 145, I guess. No, we just did 146. So 145 was the raid. The one before that, 144 maybe. Go check it out if you can make sense, of it. Feel free to run a little clip and let me know what your analysis of it was. Fascinated to know what you guys are thinking. But I love it. I love that part of Minecraft, that a game you've arguably, if I'd played as many hours in like a Skyrim as I have in Minecraft over the years, you'd have done every minor quest, and there's only so much you can change. That was a row yawn. Pond. So, you're not going to find new items. You may occasionally come across something, but it's those kind of just rogue behaviors that aren't just like the kind of corny bugs that everybody knows about from launch, because somebody's like, oh yeah, go check out the silverware that can float and that kind of stuff, right? So I don't know, neither here nor there, but it was cool to be surprised and caught off guard genuinely, as we were getting set up for that. I enjoyed it. Hope you all did. And again, thanks so much for your views and comments and feedbacks and likes. Really appreciate y'all. Alright, I'll take any other coal we see just hanging around here. Take some iron, why not? Now that was me rolling the mouse wheel. Okay. Go. Yeah, yep. That's great. Because this was our other activity for once we've linked the portals. We're going to go do some caving at some point and just overworld, getting good materials. We're a little low. Iron we're okay on, but we used a bunch on those on those golems. We're somewhat shortly going to need materials for beacons, so all of that will come into play. Okay, this is there. I think we're just going to use, it's kind of ironic, but I think we're just going to use sandstone because we've got it. I don't have a build in mind that I'm going to use it for at the moment. Someday, I'm sure, but for now, I'd rather have the sand back home than the sandstone. So there we go. And this, since this didn't really lead anywhere, just fill it all in. Make everything look very flat and creative world. And that's kind of temporary. I don't know. Kind of view this as we come via nether portal like with the creeper farms up high. We don't have a whole lot of reason to come down here. We'll probably do an elevator or something anyway, just to give ourselves the access. But with eventually extra pairs of wings, which we need, as badly as anything else. But those, I'm kind of waiting on the next spawn dragon so that we can have a new portal hopefully taking us off in a different direction. There. No more hole to fall in. What that didn't give us was stone. Nope, not sand. Sandstone or sandstone. Sand. How do I want to set this up? And how far out does our river go? Guess here. Might help for a moment to get. So is that this? Desert river. Okay, river. River beach. The dirt helps. River beach. River beach. Beach. River. Beach. River. River, beach. River. Beach. River. Beach. I think that was river. Oh no. river, right? Still river, still river. Oh. Did we get beach, 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 beach? Beach, river. Stop. You're feeling very bouncy. Beach, beach, river, beach. River. Can't tell. Beach. That seems to be a river, right? River. Beach. River. Oh, that sounds like garbage, man. And this is probably one of those activities where I have completely lost track of time, as if digging sand wasn't a bad enough example of that. This is river. Desert. River. River. It's a lot more time than I'd expected, guys. Honestly, sorry about that. I thought we were just kind of identifying a spot to go up and place our deal, but this river is much bigger. Desert, river, desert, river, river. Still more river? One more river, then a desert. River. Now, at least at this point, I'm not... That's annoying. Check time. 53:52. Not too bad. We'll go ahead and sleep now. Yeah, for anybody who's not familiar, we're trying to extend it and see just how far this river biome goes, so we can really see what our options are up in the sky. And we'll replace that map and kind of make the winding around area. But that'll help me determine where we want, if this ends up coming all the way back around in there, which I don't think it did, but you never know, then it would make a lot of sense to put it right in the middle, make a central area. But if it just winds out there and ends, maybe sitting on this side puts us more central. You never know. So it's worth figuring that out a little bit. I'll just use another minute or two here while we've got it. All right, river. Desert. Beach, beach, river, river, beach, river. This was a river. River, river, beach, beach, beach. Come on, up you go, up. I had a tough time believing that that hadn't turned. Beach, river, river, beach. Come on. That's river, river, river. Anybody feeling nauseous yet from the constant moving? It's got to be awful to watch. I apologize. It's just kind of the nature of mapping this stuff out. All right, beach, 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 beach. Very good. So we'll see where the rest of it takes us, but it's a good line, and maybe we expand that beach a little bit. The physical beach, just to kind of follow the actual biome, but we'll see. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Maybe not quite all that super exciting. We ended up actually just digging a lot of sand and then following some river. But the flight didn't end up being nearly as long, as perilous, or any of that as I expected it to. So we're set up pretty well. I think this will go. When we do have all this mapped, we've still got a decision to make on whether we like sand pillar up the first time just to get a platform, which is what I think we'll do. We'll go up platform, make a big platform where we're actually going to hang out, put a portal frame up there and light it so it's ready to go. Dig the sand out on the way back down. Go back to the base with wings through the portals, whatever, and then return in the nether, making a path all the way, all the way out to the coordinates. We'll figure all that out. Light the portals, link them. At that point, we'll have scaffolding or whatever with us that we want to use to get up and down, and finish up the rest of it from there. So we'll see you back here for the next one. We are just at 59 minutes, so we even got in time. I'm going to take a nice little break. I hope you guys do the same, and we will see you back here for more of that progress. Bye now.